Hey everybody, Georgevich here with Job Interview Tools, and today I want to give you my 10 best tips for a more effective resume. Number one, use the right language when you're writing your resume. Write about your past experiences as though you're actually excited about them. And when you do that, use action words, strong action words, such as achieved, managed, designed, improved, established, or developed when you're describing your roles and the things that you did there. This will make you sound more confident and professional. I mean, it's always best to say what you did, how you did it, and the results of your efforts. And words like, results driven or detail oriented or results oriented, those aren't very effective. So I would suggest avoid using them. Number two, keep your resume short and direct. The number one rule of writing a resume is to keep it short and to the point. Ideally, one page is perfect, but no more than 1.5 pages, unless you really got a lot of things to talk about. But if you do, I urge you to kind of rewrite that and get that down, make it more succinct. Most employers generally don't go past one page. That's where you want the meat of everything. And an easy way to keep your resume concise is to only include recent or relevant experience. I mean, you could show about 10 to 15 years of experience, and that's ideal. Including too many unrelated work experience, it's just going to dilute the effectiveness of your resume, and it will fail to deliver a clearer picture of what you can actually do for them. Moving on here to number three, create an original resume template. I mean, employers love originality. While it's helpful to download a resume template on the internet that's been downloaded 10 million times, I mean, that's just because 10 million people won't put forth the effort to create their own style. I mean, if employers recognize your resume has a Microsoft Office template, it might get pitched in the trash. So keep in mind that employers will read your resume from top to bottom. So make sure it has a logical flow of career history information. All right, moving on here to number four. Showing your social media profiles. All you really need to do is put your LinkedIn profile in the header section or the contact section of your resume. Skip Twitter, Facebook, or any others. Though, I mean, if you're applying for a position as a photographer, then maybe showing your Instagram profile might be helpful. But for the most part, just LinkedIn. And when you're showing your LinkedIn profile, make sure you get a personal URL from LinkedIn. Like for me, it's linkedin.com/dgeorgevich. Otherwise, LinkedIn will give you this really long URL name. It'll be like your name and lots of numbers and letters. Now, you can read about how to do that on LinkedIn. Just go to LinkedIn and type in personal or search for personal URL, or even just Google personal LinkedIn URL, and they'll show you exactly how to create your own. It's really easy. Number five, show an objective statement followed by a career or professional summary. You'll hear that some people will say the objective statement is dead, but they really don't know what they're talking about. I use them all the time. They're very effective. A good objective statement instantly clarifies to employers what kind of job you're looking for. I mean, it's as simple as saying, seeking a position as an accountant in the finance industry, or, whatever position you're looking for in whatever industry. You simply say the job title followed by the industry that you want to be in. And that's really about it. But it clarifies everything to the employer about what you're looking for. Then, below your objective statement, create a professional summary section of about 5 to 7 bullets that shares your accomplishments from all throughout your career. And you want to keep these accomplishments related the job that you're seeking. That way your resume makes an instant impact with employers, and it kind of pulls them in and they keep reading farther and farther. All right, moving on here to number 6, highlight relevant skills and experiences. Using the same resume for every job that you apply for really isn't a good approach. So consider creating 3 different versions of your resume that are all slightly geared towards a different position. When I worked in IT, I had a resume that billed me as a consultant/engineer, another resume for a pre-sales engineer, and then a third as a corporate trainer or engineer trainer position. And doing this made it easy to apply for any variation of those 3 types of jobs. I mean, I didn't want to send out my consultant resume to employers who were hiring trainers and make them figure out that I could train people. It just kind of doesn't work that way. I mean, I gave them a specialized resume that was geared towards training, and it showed off my training expertise. Moving on here to number 7, optimize your text. If a company uses an applicant tracking system or an ATS to collect and scan resumes, a human hiring manager may never even see your resume. And if you don't have the right stuff on your resume, then you won't get flagged. So make sure to include keywords from the job post in your resume so your resume is better aligned with the job. Moving on here to number 8, quantify your results. When you write about your previous work experience, it's always a good idea to quantify your successes with numbers. Using metrics can highlight your achievements and give the hiring manager a better idea of what you've accomplished and what you're capable of. I mean, for example, a sales rep might say, generated $500,000 in annual revenue and was the top sales leader of Blue Widgets for 3 consecutive years, or something like that. I mean, you have to play with these statements and rewrite them until they kind of just roll off your tongue. But you want them to convey, what you've done, the value of what you've done, and the benefit of that, and how you did it. All right, moving on here to number 9, check for errors. Triple check your work for errors, and then have someone else look over your resume to ensure that it is 100% clean. There's no room for sloppiness on your resume. Don't rely on your spell checkers or your grammar checkers. Now, the way I like to do it, it's kind of old school, but I like to get a hard copy, print it out, and read one word at a time out loud, and as I do that, I cross off each word as I read it. So it actually sounds kind of robotic, but you'll pick up all kinds of mistakes. And then don't rely on just one proofreading. Put your resume down for a few days and then go back and proofread it again. You'll probably find more stuff. You'll be wondering, how'd that stuff get in there? It wasn't there last time. Okay, last one here, number 10, think beyond your job duties. Don't write job description statements. Always use accomplishment statements. So instead of saying 10 years budgeting experience, this can be better written as reduced corporate operating expenses, 17% by streamlining our accounting practices, or something like that. I mean, you have to rewrite these till they kind of just flow off your tongue, but try to put some numbers in there and try to be specific about what you did, and don't describe them as just general job description duties. Now, the best resumes show results, and I know that can be hard for some people who are in non-performance related jobs, but I urge you to dig deep, and you will find areas in your job where you can quantify what you did. All right, my friend, that is all I have. I hope you enjoyed these top 10 tips for a more effective resume. Now, to help you go deeper in this, I actually have a fantastic resume program. It's called the Resume Masterpiece. And you can download this from my website. It's like $50, and it's going to show you how to write a resume from start to finish. Now, if you already have a resume and you just want to make it better, it's going to show you how to make it better. It has all kinds of action statements, accomplishment statements in it, and it's going to show you how to take your dull, boring work experience and kind of transform it into something that's exciting, that's attention-grabbing, and that is going to pull employers in and make them say, hey, I think you got what it takes. I want to interview you. And that's really what you want your resume to do. It's like a marketing message just for you. And it's designed to capture the interest of employers and then make them pick up the phone and call you. That's why you need a very effective resume, and this is going to show you how to do it. So that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And just taking those 10 steps that I shared with you today and applying them into your resume is going to make it so much better. I just know it. All right. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you want to get notified every time I release a new video, please subscribe to my channel, and that way I'll let you know. That's all I got for you today. Good luck on your next interview, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.